1 million rand SMS.
Good Friday. Friday!
Was that a good harmony? I tried, man. I tried. Okay, and the third thing is, and a hopeful meeting.
Ah, yes. My name is Bummer Webb.
And I'm Christopher Olsen.
And you're about to listen to our Good Friday episode of This Week in Sedgefield.
Sra!
Yeah! We apologize for that break in transmission. Normal transforming will continue after the break.
Easter mode engage.
Oh, yes.
Happy Easter, Bomber.
Thank you. Yes, because today when this comes out, it will be Good Friday.
It'll be Good Friday. A very good day. A very contemplative day. I like how you said it like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What did we say? Navel gazing. A day for navel gazing.
Navel gazing doesn't necessarily have a positive connotation to it. When you navel gaze, you're just sort of looking at it yourself.
It's really about self-contemplation, not actually counting the balls of fluff that are situated in your navel.
That'll take forever.
It's self-contemplation.
Okay, self-contemplation.
So leave that navel alone. Just gaze and contemplate and think.
Yes, contemplate. And then even turn that gaze of yours heavenward.
Yes, well, that's what Easter is about.
Isn't it just, hey?
Yep.
Yeah, and there have been one or two fun little things happening around town. It's an exciting time just around town.
Yeah,
a lot of cars, and everyone's always excited about that.
It's
a lot
great.
of visitors.
It is, yeah, and a lot of visitors and lots of families coming together. Yeah, it's really special. We had a thing this morning, Engine Garage and Wimpy.
Don't call them that. They're still tough guys in some contexts. Yeah.
They invited two ECDCs.
Not ACDC. Okay.
No, not ACDC.
They weren't thunderstruck with the whole matter.
They weren't. ECDC's Early Childhood Development Centres from Smutsville. Mm-hmm. They are Little Rascals and Little Teddies.
Yes, you talk down Engine, now you're calling them Rascals. Oh, what is going on?
So Engine and Wimpy, Strongy Wimpy,
yes,
donated a huge amount of Easter eggs for these kids and
nice.
hid them all over the place. Not where people fill up with fuel, because that would have been disastrous.
But around the circle
there's
there.
There's a nice lawn area there with picnic tables.
Yes, there is.
So these kids were running riots around picking up. I mean, anything from like a year and a half, barely walking, to sort of 3 or 4, 5-year-olds rushing around like chickens
like there's chocolate
acid.
Just everywhere.
Yes,
and
picking up on acid. Picking up chocolates, and of course the older ones picked up the most, but they all had to put them all in a basket.
Better way of doing it.
And then they were told to go home.
Yeah.
No, then they shared them out, so
and then you
everyone
thoroughly
got
enjoyed them.
at least 2 or 3 eggs.
Oh,
I actually felt. I said to the teachers afterwards. So now all these kids, because I went to take pictures, and I said to the teachers, okay, so now all of these kids have had 3 Easter eggs each.
This is going to be
now
serious.
you got to look after them for the rest of the day.
Oh, they got their strategies. I'm
I
sure.
reckon so.
Oh man, that's so cool to hear. What a great vibe about it. Hey, there are obviously a bunch of services coming up around Easter time. A lot of the different churches doing those.
Absolutely. We know that a few of the churches will have Good Friday services. You'd have to find out with the churches which ones are.
All the contacts and a lot of the services are generally in the edge. Yeah, so we can check out there.
And then on Sunday, obviously, there's the Easter Sunday service, which is wonderful. The
Very
Day
special.
of Victory.
Yeah. Oh man, massive celebration. Very cool one.
Yeah.
And there's one that's got to go to. Was it last year? Was the first time? I'm not sure. Either way, the sunrise service.
The sunrise
This
service.
is a really, really special one.
Yeah.
It's going to stick with me.
It's a traditional thing. There's people from all sorts of churches that go. So it's not a denominational thing.
Yeah.
Right on top of the hill that overlooks Sedgefield. So we go up there normally sort of about 10, 15 minutes before sunrise.
It's not a very hard walk or anything.
Sunrise is at 5 to 7 on Sunday morning. So if you sort of meet there at the car park, there's a car park below. So
this is all very secretive, man. Like
all,
below where you're like up there. It's on the hill.
You want to know the name of the road? I'm trying to think.
I don't know the name of the road.
What's that name of the circle? Psycad.
It's Ingen and Wimpy. No, not there.
If you go along the road that links the end to Kolomaioli, along that road,
yes.
Just before you get to the Smutsville turnoff, you turn left in Psycad Circle.
Okay, good.
You get to a T-junction, you turn left again. And then on your first road left, you go left again.
You could be a voice for a GPS.
Yes, you don't get left behind.
Yeah.
There are some
signs.
There's a car park there. There'll be signs up. There's a car park at the bottom there. Then you get to walk up the hill. If you're very brave and you have a 4x4, you can drive up the hill.
Yeah, that's yes. I shall not.
And then we go up there. There's a wonderful man called Ken Ironside who plays the guitar, and he and his wife Felicity lead it. There's some readings. There's chorus singing.
Yeah,
it lasts probably half an hour.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And then everyone goes back home for breakfast. So normally you're on your way home at 5:30.
Yeah, very special time, very good one. Definitely want to
really
encourage
good. And you get
that.
to see. There's also. Sorry, to add to that, there's another hill just behind that. If you want, you can walk up to the top of that hill. Then you see like a 360-degree view of Smutsville, Sedgefield, the lakes, the sea.
It's unbelievable. It's just definitely one of the best views, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
And it's not a
so
not
it's
a
by
hard...
the water towers. If anyone gets lost, look for the water towers on the hill.
Head to the water. Head to the hills.
Head to the water.
That's where help comes from. Yeah, and it's very cool. Very not a hard walk. I mean, we went there last year, and our kids were at that point 6 and 4. So really not bad. And we
Okay. And when are you going to go and fetch them this year?
Well, we'll see how it goes. It might be a bit rainy. So
I might leave them. I mean, they're probably pretty feral by now. So yeah.
They've been with us and they are feral. But this is not the only thing that's been happening in and around town. You have got a little bit of a report. Well, not a little. A report back for us from a meeting that happened just last night. The Ward 1. Was it the feedback? Was it about the IDP? Was it about the budgets?
Yeah, it was kind of an information sharing.
What were you guys doing? What was that about? You spent a good 2 hours chatting about something.
A good 2 hours in the bowling club hall. Lots and lots of people, local people.
That's good to hear.
What was so impressive was the turnout of officials. I won't say dignitaries. There were some dignitaries there.
Oh.
We had the mayor.
Was there an envoy?
An envoy.
Yeah,
I think so. Or an envoy or an envoy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oy vey. We had the mayor there.
Wow.
That's Mr. Matika.
Yes, yeah. I keep wanting to say Councillor Matika.
Yes, Councillor Mr. Mayor Matika. Well, I think he is still a councillor.
Would he be? Oh, okay.
Mayor Councillor Matika.
Executive Mayor Councillor Matika.
And we had the speaker there. I'm trying to think of his name. Anyway, Msedenzi or something like that. Skorsana, that's
Was
it.
Yeah?
Skorsana.
Is that how you remember it?
That's it. And obviously the local ward councillor. Livelle Davis. But we also... they were sort of there as political people to say we're here and
being visible is a big important thing
to come through. They had nice things to say about Sedgefield.
Who wouldn't?
The dignitaries, the mayor and the speaker, and they were basically saying, "We know that you feel like a distant cousin that always gets forgotten. We're going to treat you better."
Oh, that's good.
What they said. Yeah.
Oh, that's a very nice thing to hear, isn't it?
And we
this is positive so far.
We had the municipal manager, Mr. Lulamile Mapaloba. Mr. Charles Cordnam. He's the manager of Integrated Development Planning and Performance Management.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Johnny Douglas. Johnny Douglas used to be our municipal manager years ago.
Oh, municipal? I thought he was just the ward councillor. Oh, okay.
No, he was the municipal manager years ago.
Okay,
anyway, he's back on the team as the Director of Community Services.
Nice.
Then the newish guy, he's only been in for a month, Reginald Wesso.
Okay.
The Director of Infrastructure Services.
Is he the DA guy? No, he's Director. So he's the PBI.
No, these are all no. These are all municipal employees, municipal directors.
Okay, sorry.
These are non-political people.
Okay.
So they're not party related at all. They might have a party
every now and again. Hey, won't we all?
So Reginald Wesson, he cut quite an impressive figure, new on the job, and I have heard Lavelle say this guy seems to know what he's about.
Oh, good.
Now remember, he's infrastructure services, so he's got to handle this whole dilemma about the water meters.
Yeah.
He's got to handle
and sewage and
all that sort of. Well, I hope he's not going to have to handle the sewage.
No,
that would be rather disgusting.
Yeah.
Henny Smith, he's the manager of land use management.
Yes, and he's been on it for a while now.
Yeah, he's been on and off. He was off for a while. We won't go into that, but he's the guy that's kind of handling the LSDF,
the spatula,
the Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds framework.
We'll get the right name at some point. Yeah,
the local spatula
spatial
local spatial development framework. But Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, LSD is easier to remember.
It is.
Okay.
That framework.
So he was there. A lovely lady who presented the budget. Her name is Nobasutu Fundi. She's the manager of the budget and the reporting thereof.
Okay.
Mornay Michaels, the manager of expenditure. And he's the acting CFO.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to be the CFO? Manager of expenditure.
Yeah.
I'll
manage this expending.
I'm going to spend money like this. Watch me. Yes. And he's also the acting CFO.
Oh, brilliant.
What happened to the CFO?
That's what I was going to ask.
Maybe he's away.
Okay.
Did we miss something?
Oh, yeah. I feel like I have missed something.
Oh, anyway, we'll find out. And then Jackie Kalani, who's the manager of public participation. So he's there to make sure that these meetings happen.
That's a good role. I like that role.
Participate.
Yeah, there's a lot of bloat in general with kind of governments, but something like that, somebody who's helping to manage the public participation, these kind of meetings, and that the community interaction is pretty darn important.
Yeah, and he will make sure that one would hope that he will make sure that all the questions are taken note of and written down, because quite often questions can be asked at these meetings.
Yeah. Something done
and
with
then
them.
There's an answer, but it isn't. No record is made of it. So he's going to do
that's very good. So, is there a summary? Is there something that kind of comes out from this? Are there action points?
Well,
anything that's going to happen, or just talk?
I mean, it only happened last night, and
things may have changed.
Things may have changed. I did get some info. I recorded the whole thing, and then isn't AI amazing? I threw the whole recording into the
AI world.
AI thing that says, "Okay, I'm going to make this text."
Yeah, transcribe
it. Yes. Yeah. So it did that. So Henny Smith talked about the 225 the spatial development
we can call it the
spatula plan. The spatula plan.
Yeah, I like that.
And talked about it's for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Encourage people to take part in it.
Still got comment to give in. Yeah. We've got until May, I think. Is it 30th of May?
Quite a bit of time to look at that document.
Yeah.
Please.
We've got to go through it still.
And anyone, I'm going to put my cell number out here now, 072-516-4701. If you haven't got a copy of the Spatial Development Framework Plan, I can forward you a link to it, or you can go onto the website, the Knysna Municipality website, and it is also on there. Do a search for local spatial development framework.
I'll put it in the description as well if you are looking for it there.
And then they talked about the IDP.
Yes, the Integrated Development Plan.
Yes.
Which I was still a bit confused about what that actually was. But it was so helpful to have more chats and to see in Lavelle's column him unpacking it a bit more and explaining it very, very nicely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the guy who spoke about the Integrated Development Plan was Charles. Oh, that surname I never. Chordnum. I'm going
to Charles Chordnam.
No.
Action, you got it, right?
He said the key points included in the IDP budget were focusing on low-cost housing.
Yes.
Electrification of informal areas. This is for the ward of Sedgefield.
Yeah.
The Ward 1, which is the island, and Smutsville and Colomaioli.
Oh, is it Colomaioli as well? Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, I suppose so, because Ward 2 is the rest of Sedge and Karatra.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So the IDP budget focuses on low-cost housing, electrification of informal areas, erosion management, and road upgrades. Those are the important factors in the IDP.
Yeah.
That, as far as that ward is concerned.
Very interesting. One of the things that I don't know if it was him who spoke about it, but someone spoke about the water and sewerage pricing. Are you getting onto that?
Okay, that
Is
came
that slot
up in the
there?
budget.
Is that part of the budget? Okay.
Yeah, so the budget, the rule of thumb for a lot of the things in the budget was a 4.3% increase.
Okay.
Property rates, service charges, and
it's not nice, but it's normal, yeah?
Yeah. But the good thing about it is the budget, they've changed it from an unfunded budget to a funded budget.
Oh, good.
So they're basically saying,
okay,
people, we've got a document we can work with, that we can afford.
And that was supposed to be from last year, August. It was supposed to be sorted by then already.
Yeah.
But but it's sorted.
It's sorted.
That is fantastic to hear. That's encouraging, let me say.
There are challenges still.
Yep.
The waste management, the cost for us for waste management, that's the refuse basically, is going up a fair whack.
Oof.
Not hundreds and hundreds of rands, but
good.
percentage-wise, it's gone up. Because what they said at the meeting, and this was challenged.
Oh, good. Okay.
But what they said at the meeting was they've asked around other municipalities in the Garden Route, and we charge by far the least.
Oh, so we're the cheapest refuse removal.
Yes.
Oh.
And that'd
be a nice thing to be known by.
You shouldn't be looking at other municipalities.
Yeah.
You should be working on what it costs.
Oh.
Well, they said that
good point.
they've got to put money in to this huge landfill site that's been sorted, I think, by the Garden Route District Municipality in Mossel Bay. So they've got to pay their way in that.
Yeah.
So they wanted to align the charging to the other municipalities.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. No, I suppose that does make sense. Okay, good to know.
Then the other thing was, the other strange thing that came up was the sewage. The sewage charge for each household. They are now looking at linking it to how much water you use. This was confusing for a lot of people.
I'm still confused, honestly, about it.
So basically, it's a factor. So if you use X amount of water, that factor is divided or multiplied by whatever.
Pi.
And by pi. If you eat a lot of pie, then you're going to have more sewage. Makes sense.
And then you use more water.
Yes. No, so the more water you use, the higher your water charges are going to be.
Yeah.
But also the higher your sewage charge. Now, listen very carefully. I shall say this only once.
Okay.
What they said.
Wait, hold on. I want to record this so I can listen back to it.
Good
because
idea.
I don't often pay attention to you, but I will this time. I'm here.
What people pointed out at the meeting, and especially for Sedgefield as a whole, that's WHOLE.
Yes, thank you.
Because Sedgefield is not a whole.
I'm glad,
HOLE. But particularly the island, it's all on either septic tanks or conservancy tanks. You can't build a house on the island now without having a conservancy tank. Now, the difference is is a septic tank will allow the outflow into the ground of sewage. So it shouldn't ever need to be emptied. But mostly these days, because of the higher densification.
Oh, there we go.
People, there you
go.
Well
said. Yeah.
Most people are dense. No, the densification of people. They make you use a conservancy tank, and that is something that when it's full, you call in the honeysucker, and they come and empty it. How do you link that with the use of water? So now we're on a conservancy tank.
Yeah.
Well, that's where our sewage goes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. No. I thought there was a new
I used
thing.
to lock the children in there when they misbehave. But so what happens is we call them once every 2 or 3 months. When we had children, it was probably once every month to come and empty it. We pay for that.
Yes.
You get 2 free ones a year. I don't know if you still do, but at one stage you got 2 free ones, 2 free emptyings. The honeysucker truck comes and goes
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was very helpful. Visceral. That's what we're
So
after.
you're paying 700 odd rand a time for that. So if you're going to, on top of that, pay an extra sewage service
for
related to what water you use.
I don't understand.
Yeah, no. So they're going to relook at that one.
Okay, cool.
The other thing.
Yes.
The other thing.
The thing that's other.
Tying in the thing that is other.
Yeah.
This is the other thing. Is that a lot.
Quite a few.
I'm almost thinking it might be 70% as well.
Yes.
But I'm not going to
Just
say
throw
that
it
figure.
out. Say it confidently.
A lot of prepaid water meters aren't working.
Yeah, no, it is a high percentage.
Most of them.
Yeah.
So
how does that all
measure
tie
how much
with that?
water someone's used so you know what to charge them for the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So anyway, but going back while we're on the water meters not working.
Yeah.
The man, the new Mr. Fordham.
Yeah.
No, not Mr. Fordham. Sorry, he was the other
not
guy.
Henny Smith.
Reginald Wesso.
Oh, sorry, yes, that one.
The new director of the infrastructure services.
Mm-hmm. Helpful guy.
Once again, as I said before, but I will because I think he needs to. He needs people to know this.
Yeah.
He's only been there a month.
Yeah.
But he says the new meters are in the pipeline. That's probably not a good thing.
No.
They are, and they've gone.
As long as there are pipes involved.
He didn't want to talk about what happened before his time, but he said the new water
We're
meters
moving forward,
that
not
they're
looking
rolling
back.
out. Mm-hmm. I don't know where they're going to roll them out from.
They're a bit of an odd shape. Probably down some pipes.
They have been tried and tested and sorted as per very strict government specifications.
Oh, well done. Okay.
So there you go.
As long as we didn't buy more janky ones from Cape Town, I think the story's
Let's
improved.
Hope not.
Yeah.
Let's hope
oh
not.
boy. Hey.
So look, a lot of other things were brought up in the
I'm sure.
In the meeting, one person asked that because there are areas where of indigent people who have a very low income, where the water is free, and
someone's calling Uncle Bomber.
And they wanted to know, are they measuring that water? So people aren't being charged for it, but are they measuring it? Because if that's where most of the water is going, because it's not being charged for, is there misuse or whatever?
I don't envy that job. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
We've got to have the right person.
That question came up.
I'd like to raise something else.
Would you? A flag?
No, just my hand.
Okay,
you see it? It's up there. There we go.
Yes.
So I thoroughly enjoyed this past edition of The Age.
Did you?
I generally do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I don't think I'll ever tell you if I don't, but this one I did. And just kind of...
you didn't say it last week. Did you not like it last week?
So this week's one...
Okay.
No, I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, I hadn't read it yet last week. But I just so enjoyed looking at and being reminded of the awesome people of our town, the awesome little stories of our time, little bird's nest on the bowling green, stuff like that, man. It makes me really remember we are a small town. We're in each other's lives.
Yeah.
Very, very many cool things with that. And what's going on now is there's a big push from, I saw Cleone and Lavelle, our ward councillors, and I'm sure others, to be the Kwela Dorp of the year. Not Dorp of the year.
Not Dop of the year. Not Drop of the year.
Dorp of the year.
Dorp Fundy Yar. Yeah. The Cruella de Vil.
No, not that one.
The Dorp Funny Yar.
Yeah.
And they want you to SMS.
What's an SMS?
Do you remember SMS?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so
don't know if I got any of those.
is a method by which they can extract money from us.
That's it. That's a method by which spammers contact you. Yeah. The middleman.
The middleman.
Yeah. Cake net middleman.
So basically you've got to. There's a number on the thing that you've got to SMS.
Yes.
Single message service.
There we go.
Or
Isn't
if you come from
short
UK,
message. Short message service.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you come from UK, you send a text.
Oh, it's a text.
Send me a text, mate.
Send me a text. Yeah.
Okay. So 33157.
33157.
Yeah.
Kwela Dorp, Kwela de Vil.
Oh, that's a nice jingle.
Thanks, man.
I'm sure
I did that
pay
one
you
for free.
For it.
I hope so.
33157. Yeah, it costs you R1.50 per SMS.
And there's a maximum.
And you type in Sedgefield and you send it to 33157. 157. Shall I give you that number again?
No.
33157 33157.
Oh, you've got to memorize.
Yeah, that's it.
Well done.
So yeah, and you can do it as many as 30 times.
Wow.
30 times.
Hey, unbelievable.
Yes. And the voting closes on the 18th of April, which is
midday,
tomorrow.
Midday. So this is
midday.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this Friday morning, then you've still got a chance. If you're listening Friday afternoon,
it says 12. Would that be midnight or midday? Do you think
midday.
It is midday?
Yeah, midday. I got it here. It does say midday. It'll be it'll close off. Oh no, I've got the wrong date. But yes, tomorrow midday.
Yeah, we had that Lotto Land program.
Yeah, and they're still involved a little bit with this.
Yes, well they've donated
big bit, yeah.
A prize of R1 million. R1 million.
This is how they take over.
Go now because the wonderful people in Revive Sagefield have been handling this whole entry thing. So they will handle that R1 million when we win it.
Yes, and
when we win it.
And by everyone.
Did I mention that number? 33157.
So when
we all have sent our messages to 33157. 33157.
You had to check again.
33157. When we've sent it and we win R1 million.
Well, not just that.
Beautifying our town through Revive Sagefield.
So it's not just that. So this is a CakeNet thing and Lottoland.
Yes.
They're also giving you R1 million worth of marketing for the town.
Okay.
So you get a 45-second segment. So they come if you win, and we're semi-finalists. So
we are, semi-finalists.
So there are 3 semi-finalists from each province or each region, I believe it is. So we're in that.
Did I hear somewhere that Wilderness is another one of the semi-finalists?
I don't know. I would believe it. I mean, they can try all that they would like.
Oh, yeah, they can try.
They can give it their best shot.
They don't know about 33157, I'm sure. Yeah.
They do by now. I think everyone does. But then what they'll do is when we win, not if when we win, but when we win, whoever wins, then CakeNet comes in, they film this segment, they do a big hoorah with food and ponies. I assume there'll be ponies if it's an event and there's no ponies, and then it's not even
pony before.
Delicious.
Oh, are they? Oh,
yeah, but have it medium rare.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sun-dried.
Oh, sun-dried. Oh, a sun-dried pony.
Yeah,
lovely.
Okay, so vote for that. That'll be really, really cool.
33157. Yeah,
we've got a special town, and this is something that'll help, man. It'll be.
I think it will.
Pretty cool
I think
thing.
it will. Yeah,
I wasn't going to vote, and now you've actually convinced me of it.
You see,
so thank you for that. You're going to cost me
33157 convert every second.
You're going to cost me at least R1.50, maybe
more. You
more.
should be doing it 30 times.
Okay, cool. I'll hold you to that as well then.
Yes.
Yeah, I know how many times you voted,
I'm putting up my one hand with a 1 on it.
Yeah, there we go,
I'll do the rest later.
All right. But that's it. That does it for this week.
Oh, are we done for this week?
We're done for this week. That was
wonderful
awesome.
Easter and do some naval contemplation.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Probably better things to contemplate, but we'll maybe start with that, see how it goes from there.
Great.
Hey, but Bomber, thanks for the chat.
Thank you. It's been real.